Hi everyone, welcome back to Tuesday Check-In. So this past Sunday we considered the story of Jesus and the Syrophoenician woman from the Gospel of Mark. And we looked at it as an example of how not to give in to confirmation bias, which is the human tendency to prefer information or interpret information in a way that confirms what we already think. And in this story, we see Jesus resisting the lure of confirmation bias, being willing to change course without any hesitation or any fanfare, and move towards compassion. Now, confirmation bias is just really difficult to counter because we all really love to be right. It feels really good. So, of course, our brains just prefer that, if we can get it. But the work of the spiritual life is change and growth. And sometimes that means choosing the harder path. If we want to mitigate our own tendency towards confirmation bias, a good place to start is being aware of our own thought processes. So let's get started on that together today. So I invite you now to just settle in your seat wherever you are. Let's take a deep breath in and out, letting that out breath ground us downward. So let's start by thinking about some idea that we hold, maybe about ourselves, about a group of people, or about a specific person. Maybe we've been socialized into thinking that thing. Maybe we believe it helps us make sense of the world to have that idea. Or maybe it makes us feel good and safe and superior. So let's hold this idea in our mind for a few moments together. Okay, so now let's actively try to think of evidence or information that refutes that idea. So some examples might be, I'm not lazy. Here are all the useful things I've done. Or conversely, I'm not always right. Here are some great ideas that other people have had. Or however that might apply to the idea that you've had. Let's take a few moments to practice this together. So now let's ask ourselves, how does it feel when we challenge our own ideas? Maybe it feels uncomfortable, maybe it feels freeing, maybe it feels confusing. So let's just, as we end, settle into a sense that God is with us and God is loving us through whatever comes up for us. Let's center in Psalm 139. If I go up to the heavens, God, you are there. If I make my bed in the depths, you are there. If I rise on the wings of the dawn, if I settle on the far side of the sea, even there your hand will guide me, and your right hand will hold me fast. Amen. So now let's take a couple more deep breaths to bring us back to whatever space we're in. Breathing in and breathing out. The expansion of our lungs, bringing us back to the here and now. Thank you, my friends, for being with us for these few moments and for being in the work together. It means so much to be able to live the spiritual life in community with others. So we do hope that you can join us at church 10:30 a.m. either in person or online. Have a wonderful week, everyone.